Coach Tony, Risling Podium Performance, and today is the start of the new training cycle. Now, I'm wearing all white because I might be seeing St. Peter by the end of this one at the pearly white gates. It's going to be brutal. I'm just going to be honest. I'm a little nervous about it. I'm going to be doing a Paul Quinn classic called Lactic Acid Training, also known as 6, 12, 25. Now, what is that exactly? Basically, you do 3 exercises for a single muscle group, with the first exercise being 6 reps, where you're going and lowering for 4 seconds. The second exercise is 12 reps, lowering for 2 seconds. And the third exercise is 25 reps with only 1 second lowering. In between each exercise, you get 15-second rest, and then you get 2 minutes after each set. Now, you might not be thinking that's so brutal, but here, I'm gonna lay it out for you for my leg workout. The first exercise is gonna be front squats, 4-second eccentric, 6 reps. Second exercise, back squats. Gonna be using the same weight, no change in the weight. That's just going to make that brutal, followed by 25 lunge steps on each leg. Now that's where it starts to really get hard, especially come that second and third set. First set, I might be all right, but come that second and third set, it's going to be really hard. And then for the hamstrings, I'm going to be doing 6 prone leg curls, 12 RDLs, and then 25 horizontal back extensions. Now, if you like this type of content and you want to see more of what I'm doing, please take a moment now to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment below. Now into the warm-ups for the squat part. So I'm still just warming up, running shoes for the first set. I'm gonna have lifting shoes on the whole time after that. Just a quick side-by-side of lifting the 135 warm-up in running shoes and lifting shoes. Differences. So at the end of the day, it's the front squat weight that determines how much I'm gonna be doing. Since last week I was doing 220 for 5, I'm gonna go start off with 205 for this, for the 6 reps, that away, and then jumping right into doing the back squats is where things get really hard. So yeah, just finishing up the set of front squats here on the first set, just recording the entire thing and showing the entire set for the 6, 12, 25. Yeah, it wasn't good feeling even on the front squats, so now take that quick 15-second rest. While it seems like it takes a long time in the video, it felt like I took 2 or 3 breaths and it was already time to get back under the bar when counting 15. So just simple back squat, just get the feet set up and then go and get it. So it's one thing to keep in mind. It's because you're doing 12 reps after, you're basically doing 18 reps with your front squat weight at the end of the day. So it really starts to burn, and it was right about here that I felt it. That was when both my quads kind of went, oh, so we're doing this today, are we? So yeah, we're not too happy. And then the glutes started to go right about here. And then it's just go through, finish up the set, and yeah, now it's take a breath and contemplate life decisions. Walk over to readjust the camera, all while counting to 15. So just set it up. Yeah, on the right, that's dehumidifier, the R2-D2 looking thing. Especially on a day like today when it's like 43 degrees Celsius with the humidex outside. Just straight into the lunge walks, no added weight. The legs are already screaming, so it's doing 25 reps on each leg. Not really worried about quote-unquote tempo here. It's just embrace the suck is the only way to describe it. Because right from the get-go, it sucks. And it's just step by step. Even though, yes, I'm doing high volume with these, I'm still trying, keyword, I'm attempting to still maintain getting depth through the lunge walks. There's a few steps where I could even feel, okay, my quads are just starting to tighten up and not allow me to get that depth. So it's trying to get through as much active range of motion as I can. There comes a moment where it just ain't working, and I'm already at this point realizing I bit off way more than I can chew in this workout, and it is already brutal. So making the last turn and then getting the last couple steps in here. Yeah, you'll notice I do end up kind of tipping forward at the hips as the glutes are trying to kind of kick in, and I'm just holding on for dear life at this point as I finish. And seeing as how I am a glutton for self-flagellation, it seems, I decided, yeah, let's do a second set. One thing I did notice is because I was sweaty as all hell doing this, the bar right about here on the ascent did kind of slip on both shoulders down. And then as I was doing the fourth rep, I tried to toss it back up, but it immediately slid back down. So then I wasn't going to actually be able to get a sixth rep. And here I kind of cussed, being like, oh, fuck, because I only got 5. I could have gotten 6, potentially, but it was pushing the absolute limit of what I'm currently able to do. Took a few seconds here. Yes, I sped up the transition between the two just to kind of hurry things up. But so that you can see, there's not really any waiting around. Get right into doing the next 12 reps. Each rep I had to take a good deep breath at the top. Right here, my left quad started to kind of cramp up, which isn't a nice feeling when you're doing squats. Like, yes, it's only 205 pounds. For some, that's a lot. For others, that's next to nothing. Strength is relative. Keep that in mind. Anytime you're in the weight room, strength is relative. Your 1RM might be someone else's warm-up, and it might be more than someone else can ever dream of doing. I'm trying at this point to keep as upright as I can, but because my quads are screaming so much, and my low back is actually on absolute fire, I end up leaning forward, which is why my glutes really almost kind of locked up near the end. Like it was almost getting to the point where I thought my butt cheeks were going to start shaking in the video. And then we just get into the self-suffering of the lunge walks again. Each step here hurt is the only way to describe things. So if you enjoy seeing me suffer, give it a quick like, and please subscribe to the channel to see me suffer some more, especially during the 6-12-25 cycle. Previous years, I've given this to athletes who need to lose some fat. And I gotta apologize to some of them because this is brutal. Like, yeah, now that I'm 36 and I don't quite recover like when I was 23 to 28 and in my early 30s, it really comes back to bite me, which shows I need to improve my own, not just cardiovascular, but my own just ability to recover and work capacity. And that's one of the other great things with lactic acid training. It spikes your cortisol very high. It causes your heart rate to be extremely high. You will want to throw up. I'm wanting to puke right here. But I'm not going to puke on the turf because it's hard to clean up. Last turn, get the last couple of reps in, and get ready for the absolute best part of the whole thing. Right here. Yep. Down he goes. So I had to take about 6 or 7 minute rest before I could even get into doing the posterior chain part with the prone leg curls. I'm really focusing here on that 4-second eccentric. I admit I couldn't get the third set even started for the quad part. My legs, I could barely stand up. There was no way I was going to get back over there. So getting into the posterior chain part, I was really focusing here on ensuring that I got through the first set at least, pushing hard, or technically pulling hard. Got all 6 reps. The hamstrings actually felt pretty good overall on the prone leg curl. And here, counting 15 before getting into the RDLs. So I got 205 on the bar for the RDLs. Keep in mind, yes, it's the same weight as the squat, but because I didn't have to do another deadlift before, I did leg curls, and now I'm working my hamstring in a different way. The leg curls, you're working your hamstring in that knee flexion kind of pattern, whereas with the RDLs, it's going to be more of a hip hinge. Well, it is a hip hinge. And no, I'm not going to be able to get all the way to the floor. At this point, my flexibility is suffering from both doing the quads before and having just literally 15 seconds before starting doing the prone leg curl. So here, just counting as we go. Just turn the camera over to the horizontal back extension on the glute ham developer. And then we just walk over, climb in, and yeah, I am walking like I got stiff man syndrome because I am suffering at this point. It's the only way to describe this part of the workout. It became just suffering. Just going through, trying to get 25 reps here. And wow, I just noticed how damn sweaty I was with how shiny my shoulders and upper back are while doing this. It's kind of gross to see, but explains a few things, like why I lost over the course of my workout just 2 pounds of water. Just in the time it took me to do the workout, I lost 2 pounds. So keep in mind, if it's hot and humid, hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. Got through 25 here, and it was rough. So I'm just going to do for the second and third set. Second set on the left, third set on the right, side by side for this, just so you can kind of see the comparison. Yeah, I didn't synchronize these perfectly. I wasn't too worried about that. This way you can also see each rep, but now you can see it starts to catch up on the right side. I'm having to take a second break at the bottom just to take a deep breath because I am not doing all that great by that point. Then we get into the RDLs. This one's going to be a little bit more synced up, but you'll notice I'm moving better on the second set, which is on the left, than I am on the right. I think it's another rep from now is when I had this funny kind of twitchy feeling through the right down in behind my knees. And that was just my hamstrings are just at this point just crying. And then we get into the last set of the back extensions. So take a look on the left. I'm able to get a little deeper into these than I am on the right. The big reason for that is I'm just losing function at this point. The muscle is no longer as efficient contracting. I'm able to move quicker on the left than on the right. I'm able to get more range, so it might look like I'm moving faster on the right, but I'm not moving as far with each rep just because my flexibility and range just went out the window by the end. I was done.
All right, so that's all for today's workout. That severely whooped my ass. I couldn't even attempt the third set on the quad part. My legs were just fried, as you saw. The posterior chain, okay, I got through all 3 sets, but I'm not doing well after that. Oh boy. My post-workout is going to be 2 scoops of ATP Labs grass-fed whey, a half scoop of their greens and reds whole food mix. I'm also going to add in about 20 grams of carbs via their pentacarb, and then 5 grams of creatine monohydrate from Clean Athlete. If you want to get 10% off an order from ATP Labs, go to the link in the description below, atplab.com, and use code RISLING10 at checkout. That's RISLING 10 at checkout for 10% off. If you like watching me suffer through this, or you got any questions, please take a moment to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and leave your comments and questions down in the section below. Anyways, Coach Tony, Risling Podium Performance. Go give it your all in a leg workout and embrace your potential.